published 1736 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 3rd of July 2018, updated 1839 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 3rd of July 2018. No more curse. Not just for England but also for the folk at ITV who, much like everyone else, had probably had cause to wonder over the past 20 years if this national team is worth the hassle. Take a look at a slightly unfortunate statistic. Since 1998 they had covered 11 England matches at major championships, and only one had ended in victory, against Trinidad. And the real kicker, in the same period, Habib have shown 9 wins in 13. It's as if the gods who care about such things really loathe the idea of adverts with the football. England put to bed the penalty curse on Tuesday night, as ITV buried one of their own bit. How charming that the end of one rotten run should align with the end of another. Predictably, it left Ian Wright on the verge of blubbering and speechless, which ordinarily might be a yellow card offence for a man paid to talk on TV, but with points awarded for catching the national mood, he just about survives the VAR referral. Indeed, for whatever the flaws of this particular broadcast, and there were some, where it excelled was capturing the feeling of jaw-dropping surprise and relief when things do not go spectacularly, comically wrong for England. This was meant to be the game with the same old ending, and ultimately it wasn't, and ITV caught it nicely. This was Gary Neville at full time. We have suffered too much. We needed that as a nation. Lovely, succinct. Not exactly his quivering Aguero moment, but prescient nonetheless. The dark arts played out during the tie with Colombia, where coverage sometimes lacked balance over to Lee Dixon, and I suppose to speak. What a save that is. Absolutely brilliant. My voice has gone back to Neville. It's great to see an opposition team suffering. Gareth Southgate and those lads deserve it. The whole country go and celebrate as a collective outpouring. It was quite something. As a tone, it was about right, but just as a few good penalties papered over some cracks for Gareth Southgate, a few pundits yelping for joy helped to tone for some altogether more peculiar cheerleading earlier in the match. Colombia's rough-and-ready approach to the fixture was widely criticized by ITV pundits. England also flirted with the laws, such as when Harry Maguire dived for a penalty in Moscow. Namely, it was interesting to see how Colombia could be sorted as merchants of dark arts, while scant attention was given to England's deployment of just about every dirty trick in the book. Sure, Colombia were grubbiness personified in their approach, but what of the following? Jordan Henderson holding his eye when the contact was to his chin. Harry Maguire and Jesse Lingard diving for pens, and no contact. John Stones leaving a little boot on Radamel Falcao. Henderson directing a sort of backwards headbutt at Yerry Mina. Very little was said on all of the above. It raises that old question of balance. But much like discussions on England's defending for the Colombia goal, that can probably wait for another day.